So we stepped out of the car. Now what you can see behind me are the houses just over there. That gate there marks the back of our house. In fact, that room there is the room I grew up in. You know, through the teenage years. So I'm going to just turn around now. There's the car. We're going to go that way. And hopefully behind me you can see the entrance to the woods.
Some business now.
Yeah, that's the entrance to the nature reserve. So let's take a little walk. We won't go far. Let's just see what there is. Unfortunately, I'm using the gimbal and it won't let me do 16:9 because of reasons. So this is the path leading into the woods. They put steps in. This used to be a rat, very slippery. Also the side rails. But to say, we're not going to go far. Okay, we'll come back to Northwood Hill. I'm going to take a little walk around, see if I can find a few places. We have a couple of hours before we can get into the hotel, so I thought we would come back and do a bit of exploring. Let's do it, eh? So we've just walked down from the car park. And you can see again how sort of dense the woodland is where you're not on the path. We're going to follow this path down and we're going to try and remember the way to the Lawney. It's been many years, but let's give it a go, eh? So I think this is what we used to call the main hill. Yeah, look at that. Let's see where this goes. So when I was 13, I used to come up here of a Friday, getting from school on a Friday, put my bag down, pick up my other pack and say to my mum, I'll see you on Sunday. And I would come down here and I would camp out Friday night, Saturday night, forage for food. It's true, yeah, 13 years old, foraging for food. It's, yep, evidence of rabbits and blackberries, choke apples and mushrooms. Yeah, it was great. And apart from the plane, what can you hear? Oh, and check out the new microphone. I hope I remember to switch it on.
Was brillig, and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wave. All mimsy were the borogoves, and the mome raths outgrave. Beware the jabberwock, my son, the jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Beware the jub bird, and shun the frumious bandersnatch.
A little bit out of puff, but this is the other side of White's Road from the fence. So the car is parked up there. And as I say, this was, should we go and have a look actually, see if we can find any of it? The old sewer works. Okay, so this is very interesting. Behind me the road leads back the direction we just came from, pointing up the hill, and literally in front of me is where the road would go down to the old sewer works. But if I swing around so you can see it, yeah, that path there should lead up to the horses field. That there is the road down to the sewer works.
Our survey said.
There's also a path there. That wasn't there before either. So I'm guessing we can't get to it now, so we'll head back up the hill, see if we can find the Lorney. Let's go. So we've come up the path a bit, and I wanted to show you this. All of this side, up there, apart from the trees, all of that in there.
Hello, I'm David Nottenborough, AI. And let me tell you,
Literally all
that's
of
a lot of blackberries. I mean, a lot.
it. Yeah, won't be paying a penny for any of these. Well, now we're a bit further in. The hill I was talking about, the big hill, is this one. I know that because I recognise that tree. And believe it or not, with the old 3-speed gearbox bikes, they had like a small chain that went into the hub at the back, and you could screw in a normal bike spoke, pull it right out, wrap it around the frame, and it was kind of stuck in low gear. So we used to ride our bikes down here. Yeah, popping wheelies over the roots and resting by that tree. How utterly insane is that? My God, it scares the life out of me now. So somewhere over there, where that patch of sunlight is the Lorney. So let's continue on, see if we can find it, eh? So we made it to the Lorney, but you're not going to recognise it. Look how overgrown it is.
What?
None of this was here. None of that was there. And I know I'm at the Lorney because of that tree.
Okay, now where now? No,
Right there.
I'm having
right,
trouble
it's
here.
right there. It's right in front of you.
Oh, okay. No, I can hear you. Volume's not a problem. I'm just not quite seeing what
Okay,
you're referring
then
to
fly out the window.
Up here,
Just-
maybe?
No,
Is
to
it,
your,
no,
to your
that's
left.
not it. That's just more
No,
wall.
how many eyes do you have?
Oh,
Huh?
well,
How many?
just two, same number as you, but you know, I'm
Then
just
go.
I'm not
Oh, my
getting it.
God,
Whatever it is you're driving at, I'm just apparently not getting
you're
it, so
right
I'm
there.
just going to go back upstairs.
We copy you down, Eagle. Listen, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Right, so this is the Lawney heading down to the bottom where the farmers' fields were. And again, none of this was here, none of that was there. This was all a big open space, not just a pathway. Sometimes in the ferns, the bracken over here, you would sometimes get adders. Yeah, the snake. Not very often, but sometimes you would. Plenty of squirrels in the trees after the acorns. And again, just listen. What a place to grow up. Okay, so we're heading back to the car now. I would just like to point out one thing though, and it's down here. You see that it's actually a fabric sheet, a fabric membrane. When I was a kid, the paths here were very, very poor, muddy and wet. So they come up with the idea of putting this membrane down and covering it in bark chips. Literally, the whole of the path throughout the whole of the woods was covered in bark chips. Shortly after this, they went missing, and pretty much every house in High Halstow had decorative bark chips on their garden. Strange coincidences, eh? It's good to see it's still there. Plus they put these sort of stone pieces in, I'm guessing where the worst of the holes were, and you can see plenty of the fabric there. I wonder if they ever figured it out. Oh well, let's head back to the car. So by the look of it, the kissing gate's gone. Looks like it's been replaced with this. Assuming it's still a swing gate. So we'll try this and we'll head over the field, see what happens. So this is the field at the entrance to the nature reserve, which is through there. This is at the top end of the village. God, it's so quiet. Just in the distance over there you can make out the river maybe. Yeah. Let's head back in. When I was a teenager, I became very interested in paganism.
What do you do with witches?
I've never been a Christian. It seems, well, I'm not going to diss anyone's faith, but for me it just seemed not right. So growing up with nature, I became a pagan, and one of the things I used to do was come to the nature reserve and take wood to make wands and things like this. Now you'd always ask permission of the tree spirits when you're taking the wood. If it's special to them, then obviously you can't take it. However, somebody has made a little door in the tree, so maybe that's the new entrance to the spirit world. But I will say good afternoon to the tree spirits, and I hope you're still looking after this wood, because it's a very special place. Right, let's head back to the car.